Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. For today, I'm going to be reviewing the new Nomad palette. So if you want to hear my thoughts on this beautiful palette, then please stick around for today's video and make sure you are subscribed before leaving today. And let's go ahead and get into it. Nomad Cosmetics, they are taking us to the Florida Keys. This palette, the name of it is such an adorable name, Keys, Beachy, and Peachy. So I'm going to show you close-ups, swatches, all of the things. This palette is going to be launching on Tuesday, June 25th around 12:01 a.m. EST. And this palette, the cause, it says that they are proud to support the Dolphin Research Center that saves and protects dolphins and other marine mammals in the Florida Keys. I'm not too sure yet exactly how much this palette is going to be, but I will definitely list it in the description box if I'm able to know that price whenever this video goes up. And I'll also link down my discount code. I do not earn commission, but it's BRITTANYRAE. If you do want to use it, thank you so much, but make sure you use someone's discount code. Whenever I first saw this palette, I was like, oh no, what am I going to do? This is so colorful, like how am I going to create a look? And then I want to pop up all of the looks that I created. I will definitely do a look with you today, but I also have been playing with this palette, testing it over the past few days that I've had it. And honestly, like initially I had to actually like really think, and then the inspiration just started flowing and I was to create several looks that honestly I really did enjoy. But I'm not gonna lie, it did take me some thinking skills to figure out which shades I wanted to pair. And I think there are two looks that I actually went into the Safari palette just to grab a brown, because one of the looks I wanted to use the red and I didn't know how to utilize that red other than having it like a fun pop with a neutral look. So I definitely wanted to use every single shade in the palette and kind of just give you some inspiration if you're not too sure. Maybe you're a neutral lover like me and you just need like one fun pop, or maybe you love colors, and I just wanted to share some inspirational looks with y'all. So for today, just like the other looks, I have no idea what I'm going to do, but we're going to create something beautiful nonetheless. So let's go ahead, zoom you in, and let's get started with the look. It is not often where I get a palette this colorful and feel inspired to use it a few days in a row, and that's what I've done with this. Every single time I create a look, I'm just excited to wear it the rest of the day and just excited to play with it again. Let me go ahead, and for this look, I want to go into this shimmer right here. It's a beautiful bronze goddess vibes, and I want to put that all over the lid. This look is not going to be anything extravagant or crazy. I want something wearable but elevated and still fun for summer. So hopefully I'm able to achieve that, because normally I love just very wearable shades, and this made me come out of my comfort zone and play with shadows. I will say that every single shimmer that I have tried, they are a beautiful traditional soft shimmer, not oily, not squishy, not wet, not shifty. They're just a pretty reliable shimmer that's never gonna do you dirty. You can make it wearable, or you can build it up for more of like an intense payoff. And I'm gonna do the same thing over here. I'm sure so many people are extremely excited that Nomad is coming out with a really fun, colorful palette, because they have been in their little neutral era, and I love neutral, so obviously I was so here for it. And now I'm excited that they are playing with some colorful shadows, because I've been having so much fun. So you could just as easily pop into another palette and get a brown, but I'm just going to use this shimmer and just kind of blend it everywhere, because I want to only use this palette for this look. So you can see, if you are wanting this palette but you're like, dear God, I just need one like wearable shade, this shade will give you that. But obviously you're not going to buy this palette looking for wearable looks, but just in case you wanted some variety within your palette, I like that they added this shade because it definitely appeals to me and helps me kind of navigate the palette. I was wanting to do a pop of coral. I've done so many looks with the palette now, I'm like, I don't even know which looks I did, which ones I didn't, but I wanted to have each look be somewhat different, and I feel like I did a coral pop. So I actually played with the blues, but I kind of cheated and I used the purple to blend the blues out with. So it ended up being a very beautiful purple look when I thought it was going to be really blue. So I feel like I need to do true blue, not the teal, because I needed to see if we can go blue. But that's something that I noticed. This palette's like half pastels, half 4th of July vibes. and I honestly love it. At first I was like, what am I gonna do with this red? Like, what are you for? And then I was like, oh, it's like 4th of July and then like beautiful springy summer vibes. That's something that I noticed real quick. I'm just going to build these blue mats up just a little bit, but I don't want to get crazy because it's very easy to just go crazy on the lower lash line. That was so easy and I'm kind of here for it. It's like neutral with like a little bit of a fun pop, you know? Okay, I have been using this shade and this shade for blush and also like pops on the inner corner. And I love this shade right here, Close to Perfect, for inner corner pop, and this green. But honestly, like these three right here have just been like my go-to inner corner. So I feel like maybe I'll do a little bit. I'm going to mix the peaches and maybe like a little bit of the yellow because I haven't done that yet. And I just love the way it's been brightening up. Ignore, I have a blemish. Let's just ignore it. I'm pretty sure I'm allergic to chocolate because every time I eat chocolate, I'll get some kind of pimple. And it's always like really painful. So I try to like steer clear from chocolate. But sometimes you just need a piece of chocolate, you know? I bought my husband a bag of chocolate for Father's Day, and low-key, it was pretty much for me. Like, I ate it. I feel horrible, but like, I don't at the same time. But I've been loving the pastels for the inner corner. So this is the finished look. It was very easy and fast. All I did, I added some brown liner, and this is it. So now I want to turn down the brightness and swatch the shimmers just so you can see that they're still very wearable, but they do have a little bit of sparkle. So I'll show you the shimmers and then kind of wrap up my thoughts on the palette. Okay, let's get into the shimmers. I'm going to do the yellow, this shade that I did on my lid, which is a little bit more of a thinner texture. The other ones are pretty on par with each other, and just kind of show you how they are beautiful. And you could just dust them on for a very light kind of shimmer look, or you can build it up and make it more impactful. Now I'm going to do this beautiful soft green blue shade over here. How pretty is that? Okay, and then on this hand, I'm going to do some of the shimmers on, I call it the 4th of July side of the palette, that are a little bit more out of my comfort zone, the reds and the blues. And here we go. So that's just one light dip into the shimmer, and you can see them blended out. They are so beautiful. You don't always need a multi-chrome, sparkle, shifty, flaky, all the things to get a beautiful look. So here are the shimmers swatched. Now let me wrap up my thoughts on this palette. Okay, let's talk about Keys, Beachy, and Peachy. The packaging is so cute. Like, this is a summer dream. It's so fun and just perfect for this season. And on the inside, the color story, she's colorful. I'm not gonna lie, when I first opened it, I was like, what do I do? Because it was so much out of my comfort zone. And then I just kind of like broke it down, this side. I was like, oh, 4th of July. Oh, this is spring. And it makes me think of like ice cream. I don't know why, but it just honestly, it goes well with one another. And then from that, I initially just got super inspired playing with the peaches and the blues and the teals and this beautiful mint shade down here. Honestly, the color story ended up being very beautiful, and I really enjoyed mixing this palette with the Safari palette just because of those browns. So this palette for me, typically I would use this as a companion palette. I will go into some more wearable, softer shades and then reach into this for some fun pops. But if you're a color lover, you're going to love this formulation. The mattes are always just perfect. I never have an issue with their mattes. The shimmers, I would say that these are just very consistent within the palette. Like, there's no duds. They're all very beautiful. Now, they're not intense multi-chromes, like shifty shades, super sparkly. They're more flattering, a thinner formula, a softer. They're not, I don't think they're going to crease because they're not like that texture, but they do have very beautiful sparkles that just kind of like glisten in the sunlight. So I think that if you like work a 9 to 5 and you're just wanting maybe like one little fun pop, you know, I think that you're going to like these because they're not intense shimmers that are just going to, like, you're going to see it across the room. They're just so beautiful. But you color lovers are going to have a filled day with all of these fun, vibrant shades. Now, I'm not going to sit here and recommend this palette to everybody. I feel like this palette is only if you love color or you have mainly like neutrals in your collection and you want a fun summer palette with lots of pops in here, and the reason why I would recommend it to a neutral lover, it's because of these beautiful pastel shades in here. They're so flattering and just beautiful, and they complement every look. That's kind of like how I navigated this palette, if I'm just being honest, because I was like, what do I do? And I just started with the pastels and then just kind of worked my way into the more scary shades. So I don't recommend this for everybody, but as far as the quality, because that's why you are here, the quality is very beautiful. And I do hope that you enjoyed seeing all the other looks that I have created with this palette over the week. I wasn't able to film it all, and I feel like that's kind of excessive to film that many looks. I just wanted to show you and give you some inspiration so you can see what looks actually came from the palette, because I'm just a busy mom and I don't have time to film all the looks, but I love showing you the look. So let me know if you like it whenever I include content like that within my palette reviews. But that's going to do it for today's video. Let me know down below, are you going to be picking it up? Is it on your wish list? It is such a fun palette for the summer. Anyways, guys, wherever you are in the world, I hope you're doing well. I hope that you are healthy, happy, and safe. Stay beautiful. Bye, guys.